you're making a lot of money and your child is coming up short, and you don't have a problem with that?
No, I do have a problem with that. I would like him with me.
All right, y'all, buckle up. This one's wild. Meet Abigail, a social media influencer who craves the spotlight but dodges the responsibility that comes with it. Then there's Stephen, one of her biggest fans, who somehow went from follower to father. But here's where things take a turn. Abigail left the baby with him, and now he's the one filing for child support. Yeah, you heard that right. It's usually the other way around, but this story's got a serious twist. Let's break it all down and get into the drama.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, what's happening is this. She's out and she's partying, she's having fun, she's doing all this stuff like all on social media. She's a social media influencer. I met her because I'm one of her super fans.
Oh,
yeah.
This is cute.
How it happened was that since I'm a super fan, I'm kind of following her around, see what she's doing. But she actually called for me to cater to one of her areas, which is how we actually hooked up from there, because I'm a chef.
Okay.
We have one child together, and she's not really doing the things that she's supposed to do as a mother, pretty much supporting the child, being there for him, paying any Medicaid or so dealing with for the child. I practically do all that. And I brought her here today just to let's say, hey, you gotta step up your game, you gotta do something, help out this child, because I can't be the only supporter if you're here supposed to do something as well. I mean, I can do it, but I do need a little bit more income for that.
Okay, I'm a little bit more interested in the background. How you became a super fan and you hooked up.
Well, I'm a follower.
I mean, I don't need all the details about, how the child was conceived. I'm just interested to see how that works,
Well, I'm the type of guy that I always post all my stuff, letting people know this is what I do, like all my catering stuff and all that. But when it comes to her, I know that she does all this stuff, and I know she's a big influencer, and she pretty much puts everything out there. She's really, when it comes to making it to a live stream, she can do that. She has that. But so that's what I did. I actually reached out to her in that way, and that's how I got more of my influence out there, so I can actually start catering and partying catering to all these parties.
Okay, all right. And so you want her to pay child support?
Yes.
All right. And you said the child is on Medicaid,
yes.
Correct? Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
No.
Okay. Ma'am? Yes. Welcome. I'm honored. Social media influencer?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is, but what does that have to do with you being a mom?
I'm out there trying to make money and trying to support my child. I do send him money. I'm just trying to grow my business.
How much money do you send him?
It just depends on what's going on during the week, what I have and what my income is each month.
On average, how much money are you getting from her, if any?
She only sends about maybe like $200-300.
$200 or $300? You're a social media influencer?
Well, I'm still growing my business.
All right, y'all, buckle up. This one's wild. Meet Abigail, a social media influencer who craves the spotlight but dodges the responsibility that comes with it. Then there's Stephen, one of her biggest fans, who somehow went from follower to father. But here's where things take a turn. Abigail left the baby with him, and now he's the one filing for child support. Yeah, you heard that right. It's usually the other way around, but this story's got a serious twist. Let's break it all down and get into the drama.
But she parties, it's all over, it's online. It's like she's everywhere.
And you're getting paid for these appearances,
and you
right?
party too. That's how we met.
Nah, I was catering to
You were catering
to one of your parties. Yes.
Oh.
So I wasn't really partying. I was catering. I had to work it.
Right. That's what they're calling catering these days. Being a super fan. I get it.
It was one time.
One time, and you all had the baby?
Yeah, don't take that long.
Well, that's true. So
he is making a good income as well.
Right, but the child is with him, so
Yes.
his income is not really
Because
concerning for me.
I travel.
Right, and you're being paid for your travel. Exactly. How much are you making, roughly?
Maybe about 100,000.
You're making about $100,000 and you send him $200 or so for the baby?
Yes.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not about to do this with you. You're making a lot of money and your child is coming up short, and you don't have a problem with that?
No, I do have a problem with that. I would like him with me.
So you want the baby to be on social media for likes and follows?
Oh, it might
What
be
about-
something that
Like, what about school and all those other
he can
academic
do
things that he has to
homeschool
do?
when he's 3.
So
where-
he's
where
going
is
to
he
be on
homeschooling? In
virtual
hotels and stuff
school
like
with
that?
likes and followers?
You see it all the time. Why not? I mean,
Right, but don't you believe that that's a distraction?
no, I mean, I feel like, I'm making a pretty good income, and I think that this could really help him when he's older and to
I-
save up some money.
Well, if you're making a pretty good income, you can send more.
I agree with that.
Maybe you could work harder.
No, ma'am. Maybe you can work harder to be in your child's life. And I highly doubt a judge would place the child with you knowing that you travel, you're doing all of these things for growing your business, and the child is with him. Sounds like 100% of the time.
No, not all of
And just when you think Abigail couldn't be more out of touch, she takes the delusion to a whole new level. She actually has the audacity to say she wants the baby, while she's constantly traveling and using him as a social media prop. Her grand solution? Oh, he'll just do homeschool. Girl, you barely show up as a mum, and now you think you're about to be his teacher. Then she tries to sound deep like, we see it all the time. Yeah, we do see it all the time. Irresponsible parents pretending vibes are a parenting style. That doesn't make it okay. This right here is the exact problem with some of these modern influencers. All ring lights, no real responsibility. Just vibes, excuses, and a whole lotta it's not my fault. She even has the nerve to argue that dragging the baby around for content is an investment in his future. Ma'am, if you're really making 6 figures like you say, you could easily be sending more support to Stephen. It's not rocket science. But instead of doing the bare minimum, she flips it on him, telling him to work harder. No, you need to work harder at being a mother. Money is one thing, parenting, that takes presence, that takes effort. And clearly, that's something she's not interested in at all.
when he allows the child to be with me when I'm not traveling.
Oh, okay. So when you're not traveling, that's how often?
Really, a couple of days a month.
Exactly. You made that up. This is what we're going to do. We're going to place you on child support based on that $100,000 a year, ma'am. Yeah. And don't look confused. It's the right thing to do. It is absurd that you believe it is okay to only send a couple of $100s to dad for your child, and you actually think that it's okay for your child to be toting along with you to grow your social media influence. Yeah, no, that's not what we're going to do. This child needs to be in an environment that is stable. Need to make sure that school is being attended to. How old is this child?
About 3.
3 years old. No. Kindergarten will be here before you know it. He does not need to be traveling and going to homeschool and virtual school all over the country or wherever it is that you have to appear. You'd agree with me, right?
I mean, I guess I have to.
No, you don't have to, but don't you believe that's in the best interest of the child to be somewhere stable?
Well, I think the best interest of the child would be with me, and if I'm growing a business and I can take care of them.
And you believe that because you're the mom?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's not going to happen today. So what we're going to do is base your child support off that $100,000 that you testified to, that makes your gross $8,333.33, bringing your net to $6,212.37. That makes your monthly child support obligation $1,242. Now, you mentioned Medicaid.
Yes.
Medicaid is not free. He doesn't have to pay for it, but you do. So it's based on 9% of your gross, which your gross is that $8,300 that I said earlier, that brings your reimbursement to Medicaid $750. If you can find somewhere on, private health insurance, I'm pretty sure you can find it a lot cheaper. Maybe one of your followers is a health insurance agent or something, and they can get you something cheaper, okay? So based on that, $1,242 plus $750 brings your monthly child support obligation to $1,992. You're going to pay that monthly to dad. Any questions?
No, I don't have any.
Why did you look at him?
Because I was just thinking he's making more money, he's doing more gigs.
That's great, and so are you. And if you make any more money doing more gigs, we can just increase your child support. Anything further?
Nope.
Is there anything further, sir?
No.
Okay, nothing further. You all are
And that's the story. Abigail really thought sending a couple $100 made her a parent. While she's off traveling and barely seeing her kid, Stephen's the one doing all the work. But Judge Vonda wasn't having it. She ordered Abigail to pay $2,000 a month plus Medicaid. And honestly, it's about time. Some people think they can avoid responsibility forever, but it always catches up. Finally, a little justice. If you liked this, check out the next video and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.